Hi everyone, this is Teresa at Owl's Nest Quilters. Today's demo is on the vertical stitch alignment foot. This foot was designed to help you line up particularly corners. If you're doing like a wrap and stitch binding from using the backing to make your binding, sometimes you want to top stitch that down accurately. This foot will help you do that. Some non-quilting examples would be like collar points. If you're top stitching the collar and you want the stitching to go up and down the sides evenly, you would use a foot like this. So on this particular foot, you'll notice the little piece that sticks out on the right hand side of the foot has several little red lines that are quite close together. So you would not use this foot as a guideline for if you wanted to guide things that are an inch or more apart. You would use a different foot for that. But this is a good foot to use for vertical stitching. If you want to do rows of stitching evenly next to one another, this would be a great choice for that. But where it really shines is when you turn a corner. So on the demonstration today, I'll show you how to use the markings to turn a perfect corner. So the first thing you want to do is decide how far away from the edge you want to sew. A quick trick that I like to do is I like to take my ruler and use the point to lay it down on the corner of my project. So if you look at the markings here, I have an inch away from each side that I'm going to sew. And then I'll put a little dot right on the point. This tells me at what point do I need to pivot. So then I simply pivot and use the markings on my foot to continue down the opposite side. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to take the foot and I'm going to place it onto the machine. This also is a simple clip-on foot, so we place it on the throat plate and then lower our feed dogs. That'll snap the foot on. Good? Mm-hmm. All right, so as I'm coming down the side of my project here, I need to know where my ½ inch is. So I have several markings to choose from. So what I just usually do is I'll take the mark I placed on there, plant the needle in it, and then see which one of the lines I need to mark or need to follow. So for this example, I'm using the 4th line from the right. So what I'll do is I'll sew from the 4th line, the 4th mark on the foot, use that line as a guide. So as I'm sewing, I'm going to slow down so you can see how this works. I'm going to stitch until I get to that marking I made on my fabric. Once I get there, I plant my needle down into that marking. So it's pretty easy. If you miss the mark, just take push your needle down, and then that'll raise the needle. Push it again and it'll replant it. So if you just need to move an extra stitch forward, you can use that button there. Once my needle's planted where I need it to be, I simply raise my foot, turn the corner, and I use the same marking again. So as I'm using that marking to guide the edge of the fabric, you'll notice when I'm done, let that go just a little bit farther. Then when I'm finished, I have a nice corner that I've created. So, and it's equal down both sides. If you'd like to know more about any of the fantastic feet that we demo, please feel free to stop by Owl's Nest Quilters for a more detailed demo.
Owl's Nest Quilters, because you love to create.